Hello and welcome back to the PhazeCast. Happy New Year! It's 2022. That means that the theme of this episode is going to be our individual Game of the Year nominees. Video Game of the Year, Joe.
Video Game of the Year.
Video Game of the Year. What?
Sorry.
What, Joe? Was your favorite video game this year?
Oh God, I've played a few games this year. I played Valheim quite a bit, and that was super fun. Recently, I've been playing the new Five Nights at Freddy's game, Security Breach. Have you seen that shit?
No.
Dude, it's fun. It's a little different. You play as a little kid, and you're running around like this giant, rock and roll pizza restaurant emporium, and all the animatronics are glam rock versions, and Freddy is your friend in this one. Like, you hide in his stomach like a mech suit, and you use him to solve puzzles and shit.
You can control him?
Yeah. He talks to you, and he calls you your superstar. You're a superstar.
He calls you a superstar?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds nice. Is that part of your... Is that part of your decision that
no,
that
because
he calls you a superstar?
No, because it's still Friday night at Freddy. Five Nights at Freddy's, and therefore it is still scary as fuck in some places. It's like just being chased by a giant animatronic gator trying to eat you is, scary and fun. And it's just the right level of, like, almost creepy. Plus you're a kid, so, like, being a powerless kid, kind of, it's a fun game. It's really well done. The world is super cool because it's like a huge fucking thing.
And that's what I want to ask you about. I have not played. So my knowledge of Five Nights at Freddy's extends to I played it once at a friend's house, and it's very still. You have to just operate the cameras.
Oh yeah. You're just a security dude, and then
also
central.
I have a kid in the 4th grade, and there are, like, I feel like the kids who, like, maybe will grow into, like, being pathological liars are, like, into Five Nights at Freddy's right now. And
no, those are the kids who play Among Us.
No, see, and I know the kids who play Among Us too. They're cool. I'm gonna rate the 4th graders actually.
Right. Top 10 4th graders in 2021.
Among Us, and really Five Nights at Freddy's, but it sort of is the kind of thing where it's like I get a little bit freaked out by Five Nights at Freddy's, and these little kids are playing it, and I'm like, I think, what's going on? Are you guys okay?
It's the same kids who like grew up watching like Chucky and like Jason Voorhees. They're just horror kids, man.
Yeah. Well, okay, but those are the kids that grew up in my life personally to be pathological liars. So I think maybe that I just made that connection between the kids who like love Chucky at 9 and
you shouldn't put kids in a box just because they're playing a popular video game. Because that was us, and you should stop.
Well, I'll tell you what. There's basically 4. There's Five Nights at Freddy's. There's Roblox. There's Minecraft, and there's Among Us.
Roblox is this. Here's how I know. Among Us is pretty cool game. Lying in a lot of just mods, right?
Yeah, I enjoy playing Among Us.
Roblox is slavery.
Roblox is slavery.
We have Five Nights at Freddy's, which is just scary stuff. I mean, it's
it's a little scary.
It's a little scary. That's why I like it. I like a little scare, not a big scare.
So
like the scaries are like, oh god, that guy died, but like it's not gruesome and it's not like emotional damage. I don't want emotional damage. I just want fuck that dude's dead.
Yeah, I get it. I get
damage, I'll play a Sonic game.
I was telling you I was playing Man of Medan recently, and that's a real emotional damage game, horror-wise, so I get what you're saying. But then Minecraft is chill. We played Minecraft in college, Joe.
I have played Minecraft on New Year's Eve.
This year?
Yeah, this year.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff to Minecraft now.
Yeah.
There's goats.
There's axolotls.
There's axolotls?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Whatever, man. I just took over a village. That's what I did. and I wanted to build a wizard tower out of 3 other villagers' houses. Because that's who I am as a person.
You want to
anyway.
Okay, but wait. So the reason
game.
that I brought that up is because I did play Five Nights at Freddy's, and I have some idea of it. It seems pretty different from Security
absolutely.
Breach.
Yeah. So the whole game series has kind of like changed a little bit. It's always been still about like solving scare puzzles and just like using your resources and whatnot. This one, however, is like a semi. I don't want to say open world. I don't want to say Metroidvania-esque. It's got a world, you know. It's got a.
It's got a map to wander around.
You got a map. It's the restaurant.
Okay.
You have to go and find ways to get out of there because you don't trust your little kid who doesn't trust a security guard for some reason, right? I'm trying to be as not spoilery as possible, and you hide in Freddy's stomach to avoid him, and Freddy is just like, "Why are you in my stomach, kid? That's for cake," and because he hides birthday cakes in there. Anyway, and basically you have to go around and you have to find a way out of the restaurant with Freddy's help, and it's the same amount of jump scares. You have to hide behind things. You have to if you get spotted by an animatronic this time, you have to run around something, hide, and hopefully they just don't see you. And it's this whole other stress factor that is a little different than most Five Nights at Freddy's games.
Yeah, so is there any camera operation in it?
Yeah, there is. That actually is still a mechanic. You can because Freddy gives you a cool watch.
But it's in addition to.
Yeah, no. Well, it's
interesting.
Yeah, it's a very different game. It is a survival horror game, though. It's technically still in the same genre. I don't know what genre else you would put Five Nights at Freddy's, but Security Breach is a welcome take, a new take that still has the intensity of the old games while also having fully voice acted animatronics and cutscenes almost, and it's this is like a fucking game. This is not saying Friday.
But they have a budget now.
We got a budget. That's fucking good.
You know, that's sort of sometimes an exciting thing when a small developer gets a budget.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think the story of the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's is a little sad. I think.
What's the story of the?
I think the dude stopped making it and then moved him and his family so people would stop giving him death threats and shit. And I think he handed the reins over to somebody else.
You know what, man? That's the worst.
People suck. People do suck.
That I feel like is the same thing that happened to the Flappy Bird guy.
I don't understand. Flappy Bird guy, whatever. It's a game.
No, but he took it off the marketplace because he didn't want the attention, right?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And they made versions of it everywhere.
But you know who can kind of just go suck eggs is the guy who made Rez. That guy's kind of mean. Fez.
I don't know what that is or what you're talking about.
It's the little cube game where it's like you have to rotate the world as it not Rez, but Fez, where you have to rotate. It's sort of pixely, and you play as this little guy with like a Katamari Damacy head, and you have to walk around the world, and the world rotates, and then you can see different. It's sort of like Captain Toad, but it came out before Captain Toad, and it's a little more platformy. Anyway, that guy was a jerk on Twitter to everybody. And I think maybe for a little bit of a good reason because they were bothering so much about doing Fez 2. And then he just decided that he wasn't going to do it and was sort of rude about it. And I don't think that's really called for to be mean like that.
But my final game of the year choice, because I don't... This is...
No, wait. So that's your runner-up?
I think... You know what? It has to be, even though it has to be, because the game I play the most, the game I'm still playing...
Okay, wait. Don't say it, because I'm going to... I'm gonna give you my runner-up.
Okay.
And then you give me the game of the year, and then I'll give you my absolute 100%. I'll tell you my. So let me first say I think that probably you and I would agree on this. My potential runner-up for a game I haven't played is Psychonauts 2.
Oh.
I haven't played it.
I really want to play Psychonauts 2. I bet if we played it, we'd both actually find that could be probably game of the year. I don't know.
Yeah, probably, because Psychonauts is one of my all-time favorite games, and I've heard nothing but good things about I have such a hard time, like, bringing myself to remember to even play games that don't have physical releases because I'm an old man. So the fact that it's like on Game Pass and I can't like go and purchase a disc,
it's on
just
Steam.
I know. Well, and that's the other thing is every Steam sale I buy 6 games on Steam and then I forget that I have them because they're just sitting on my computer.
That's not even a you thing. That's everybody. Everybody.
Yeah,
has
I know.
So many Steam games
But it helps me to have like the wall, and then go to the wall, and then I look and I'm like, oh, or I go to a store and I'm like, oh, Psychonauts 2 is out. I should remember that and save up, $60 to friggin' buy that this month. Anyway,
you're a physical object kind of guy.
I am. I'm like
look at it, see it.
Yeah, I haven't developed object permanence, is what I'm saying. But
we are all in a simulation, Eric.
That's fine. Listen, you know what? Let me just get on an aside here for a second. I think I might have already done this in another episode.
Yeah.
But in the Matrix, the guy with the steak who's like, oh, I want to go back to the Matrix and sell everybody out because I love this steak. That would be me. That was that guy's life. What does he want to live in the cold space world where nothing good happens and there's no chance of recovering the world? Like, if robots are farming me, but I get to have like a nice time and some hugs and a game, that's fine.
Right, yeah. Hey, Bill. Yeah, don't give him the red pill.
Don't give him.
Yeah, no. Keep him here. All right.
Don't even bother with that. I want to see it. You just keep feeding me those blue pills and I'll be fine.
Eric can't be trusted. Easily dominated by comfort machines. Anyway. What is your runner-up again?
My runner-up is probably Metroid Dread.
Ooh, as a runner-up, I heard that was really good.
It is.
Isn't that a sequel too, technically?
Well, I mean,
it's a spiritual sequel to like.
So, I mean, it's a direct continuation of the story of like the main Metroid games, and then it is like pretty, I don't know, pretty close to like Metroid Fusion, I guess. No,
I think I saw someone said it like a spiritual successor to Fusion.
Yeah, I guess it sort of is. But it's the same. I mean, it's the same Metroid game. You go and you get your stuff, and the Emmys were a little annoying, which is why it's runner up.
The Emmys,
or just not well implemented.
Like we don't need it. That's a different. We're talking about video games.
No, so the Emmys are now not an award that you win for performing well on television, but an enemy in the Metroid universe that stalks you through certain areas. That's sort of like the new function, like the new mechanic of that game are these Emmys, and it works well, but I don't think they're as well implemented as they could have been. It happens very quickly. Some people were complaining about the difficulty of them. I guess I'm not that concerned.
People who complain about the difficulty of Metroid games.
I know. I don't understand. That drove me, and it made me sort of worried about the like continued future of that series. Like, are people going to keep demanding that Metroid is easier? Because that's not. I mean, I was so happy when I started that game and died a few times pretty early on. Because I was like, okay, well, this feels like it's actually going to be a little bit of a challenge. And it was. But people were not happy with that. And I get it a little bit. The Emmys can be sort of frustrating in a way that's not that fun. So I get that a little bit. And that, I guess, is why it's my runner-up, is that they could have done a little bit more to to implement those, and they could have done a little bit more as far as like the challenge. But the thing is, here's the thing, Joe, is that Metroid was never fun. It was always frustrating.
Whoa! I had fun.
No, listen, Metroid's like my favorite franchise, dude. It's just that they're frustratingly difficult. They're frustrating. Like games used to be difficult in a way that was frustrating because you couldn't fit that much on the cartridge. You had to make them like so challenging that
last
people
long. Yes.
took for fucking ever to do it. So I think that they actually did a pretty good job of keeping that in a way that didn't make me want to throw my Switch across the room, but still kept me engaged. And the graphics are beautiful. The environments are cool. Samus is just a badass, dude.
Samus is badass. Always been. I love Roly Poly Mega Man. Don't get me wrong.
It is sort of roly poly.
Samus is just Roly Poly Mega Man.
She's the roly poly oly of the side scrolling world.
Yep.
But
game difficulty is a real thing.
I
could say something real quick.
Yeah.
We had a friend who had never played the Halo series before. Right. This is before Infinite came out. And we all got the Game Pass. Like, let's fucking go. Let's play them. Let's play the story together. And I'm like, hardest difficulty. We have to. It's so stupid that we don't do it. Like, there's fucking 3 of us playing it. Is what we're doing. And that's a hard fucking game, even with 3 people. It feels good.
Yeah.
It feels like you have to hide and move and do it correctly.
Yeah, you
could also cheese it. You could cheese it. Because we could be like, eventually I'm like, okay, this is annoying. Do we want to do the somebody stays back while we just throw ourselves needlessly into the fight? Because that's an option.
Yeah.
But no, dude, it was good to play a difficult game. And then I realized as we were playing, like, I think we were at Reach, right? And Halo Reach is like difficulty, while hard. Like, I think Halo 2 was harder than this. I think Halo 3 was harder than this game. ODST I don't even talk about because that wasn't hard to me. ODST was kind of like whatever. Headshots everywhere. Literally only headshots everywhere.
ODST was a vehicle to get the Firefly cast into Halo. That's its function to me.
That was one person from Firefly.
No. Isn't what's his face? Hold on. Aren't there multiple guys from Firefly in there? Let me look this up. Yeah. Alan Tudyk, Nathan Fillion, and Adam Baldwin are all in it. That's what I thought.
Yeah, but only Nathan Fillion goes forward.
Oh, I don't remember that. Did they die?
No, they just never show up again.
No, they're there.
No, Nathan Fillion is the only one who shows up again, and he becomes a Spartan later.
Yeah, he does. What, in 5?
I think it's 4?
I think it was 5.
Sure.
It had
5,
to be.
Probably.
It had to be because I haven't played the campaign of 5. The campaign of 5 did nothing for me, dude. When you're talking about
4
difficulty.
Different groups. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No, like when you're talking about the diminishing difficulty of Halo, I've played a good deal of Halo, and you're right because by the time that I got to the 5's campaign, I was like, the level design is weird. Yeah. The difficulty isn't there. The guns are not interesting.
Know if I was. Because Halo 3 was designed to be like, hey, finish the fight and then never fight Covenant again. And that's what we fucking like to do is fight the Covenant. And they introduced that weird, like, Prothean alien race.
The Brutes?
No.
Oh, you mean the Forerunners?
The Forerunners, yeah. The fucking... I don't know. I said Prothean because I played a lot of Mass Effect. And that's where I'm like, oh, yes, the Protheans. The Mass Effect before people.
Yeah, the before people.
But no, yeah, just the weird Forerunner technology teleporting
the
things.
Forerunner
those were fun, but they weren't like. If I fight aliens, I want to punch something and have like see blood. I guess I'm a little bit of a like sadist that way. Fighting robots is kind of boring.
No, I agree.
A robot cannot scream.
It's not as satisfying to fight the Forerunners for many reasons. One of them being that it's not as like tactile. And then also I think their guns are just sort of they're unique.
I love their guns.
Their guns are unique.
I love their guns.
But like the way that they operate is like I feel like they're pretty. You could just get a Forerunner weapon and just fucking run through the whole thing because they're pretty powerful for the most part.
They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. Yep.
But before we get to your game of the year, Joe.
Game of the year.
I do want to say, as far as games this year, Halo Infinite I started playing because I got it for Christmas, and I'm enjoying it. I like this sort of it's a little more open. But as far as the diminishing difficulty of Halo goes, what I was going to say, because I also played a little bit of original Halo Combat Evolved recently. The biggest thing that's stuck out to me, and maybe this changes later in the game though, is that in older Halo games, I think one of my favorite things, level to level, is that it sort of forces you to become resourceful with the weapons that they are giving you.
Yes.
That you go through a level and you're like, well, I started with a pistol, but I've run out of the pistol, and now I have no ammo. So I have to get like a plasma rifle because that's all they're giving me. And you have to sort of figure out a way to make that work. Which I think is a really cool aspect of earlier Halo games especially. But then Halo Infinite does this thing where it's a little more open, so you can just sort of wander around and you have weapons that spawn at your bases and stuff. And then there are also ammo refueling stations for each type of ammo. So you can sort of, if you wanted to, like pick a combo of weapons and just stick with it for like the majority of the game, which is fine, I guess.
Isn't there like an upgrade mechanic in that game?
Yeah, there is.
Huh.
Yeah, where you get like upgraded shields and upgraded little... You get like a hook shot or a grappling hook and a little scanner and...
The hook shot to me is awesome, and I love it because I see clips about it on TikTok.
It's fun.
It's fun. It also feels like it's impossible and should not work at all.
What do you mean?
Do you remember how heavy Master Chief is?
I guess. But you can also bring things to you, which is cool.
Yeah, so but like, can you hook to a tree and swing along a tree?
No.
Okay.
Wait, can you? I don't know. I haven't tried.
I don't know. If you can do that and swing around, then you are not allowed to do that.
It will lift you. You can like shoot above you, and it'll lift you up to the next platform, which is kind of neat.
Yeah, but what? He's so heavy.
Yeah, he is heavy, but maybe the grappling hook has a high tensile strength, Joe. Maybe it's made of fucking diamond.
But it doesn't matter how strong the thing is. What matters is what you're clinging to and holding on to.
It'll just rip the...
If you shoot into a rock and swing, the chances are that rock might just fall out.
That's a good point. That'd be a broken mechanic, is like everything you shoot at, it just rips it out of the wall.
Bam! Oh, bam!
But definitely my favorite part of that is that you can draw like the fusion cores to you and then chuck them at people and grab weapons across the room and stuff.
Rad.
It's
cool.
Fun.
Everybody knows grappling hooks and spider webs are the best ability in any game.
Yeah, I agree. If you can swing around or grab something far away from you, then I'm down. But yeah, I like it. I just think that is a continuation of... And so you can train yourself, you know? Like, that's what I did, is I found myself using the same weapons over and over again. I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to do it. But you can. And then that is sort of like, okay, this is the weapon combination that kills like 90% of these enemies.
Right.
Anyway, what's your game of the year, Joe?
Oh, game of the year. My game of the year is a game I've been playing literally every day for the past whole year. I'm going to say it counts because it got an expansion this year. It's Final Fantasy XIV, baby.
What's the expansion?
Final Fantasy XIV. Endwalker. This is the end of a lot of fucking storylines. Like, a lot of shit came to an end with this last expansion. To the point where the ending kind of like was like, oh wow, that's cool that we're doing that. There's so much more we could do now, because the world is literally opened up. Because we've been kind of on like the main story path for so long, that now it's like, boom, where are we gonna go next? What's the next big thing? And fuck, is that not just a fun game? It's from like how every class feels good to play, to like the weird downtime stuff I did this year after fighting through like 3 dungeons and like raids, essentially like just giant boss fights with the homies.
Mm-hmm.
Afterwards we were just chilling and they were like, hey, you want to go fishing? And I'm like, yeah, let's go fishing. And we fucking went on a fucking giant fishing boat and fished. Then afterwards I didn't want to like not stop hanging out, so we changed into some like nicer clothes because you can do that in this game. and got in my car and just kind of drove around. Just chilling. It's just hanging out with your family. Just riding around in my car. Got my boys in the back and in the front seat. After some fishing and killing. Fucking cool. Took some pictures. It was great.
I do know that you must be enjoying Final Fantasy XIV because both you and our mutual friend are hard to get in contact with at times, and it's usually because of Final Fantasy. I'm like, they're fucking playing Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
I know they are.
We today we have at 5:00 MST. We're all gathering up to do some runs, and it's gonna be a fun time.
That's cool. What specifically about the expansion has been added that makes it the game of the year, though, Joe?
Game of the year. Well, it added 2 new classes, 2 very edgy classes. Ooh. We have a new damage dealing class called Reaper, and you get a fucking scythe and the ability to like partner up with like a demon soul monster. So you go around and you fucking wield a scythe and you kill things with your Reaper pal. And the other one is Sage, which is a healer. And I actually like playing healers in this game. Too. It's pretty fun.
Just in general.
This healer, though, has 4 floating mechanical weapons that shoot lasers called bits. It's like Gundam. And you heal people by doing damage. And isn't that just the coolest fucking thing in the goddamn world?
That's
I'm sorry. I have 4 laser turrets to shoot you. I'm going to fight now.
We must bring peace to this land by destroying it.
Yes, essentially. And it's just been a fun time. The story's been excellent, and the music has always been a great thing about Final Fantasy XIV.
About Final Fantasy in general, I would say.
Yeah, but a lot of their boss fights involve music. Like, it's to the music that they designed for the area. And it's so fucking cool. Like, when a phase change happens, or like when a boss changes a phase, the music hits a different tone, and then all of a sudden it goes, and it's fucking cool.
That's a tough thing to pull off with an MMO, I feel.
Yeah, there's a lot of care and love put into it. And it's been such a great game. Too good lately, actually, to the point that they stopped selling it.
What do you mean?
Did you know you cannot play Final Fantasy XIV if you don't have an account now, and you can't for a while?
Because it's just overloaded. There's too many people.
No. They stopped selling the game, Eric.
What do you mean?
They stopped selling it to people.
Why?
In order to get more servers.
So
that we could put people on. The queues were at 6,000 or something, and I would wait 2 to 3 hours to log in.
Whoa.
Yes.
This is tempting. It looks like I can subscribe to it for.
Yeah. Did you know?
Suspension
Eric?
Of sales on limited products. Wow.
Yeah.
Online free trial starter edition, complete edition. Interesting. You can only get. It looks like you can digital download the standard edition. It's on the PS4?
Yeah. It's also a multi-platform. Yes, you can play with us on the PS4.
Oh, Joe, I don't have
time for that. Also, the first game and the first expansion, the base game and the expansion, Eric?
Yeah.
That's free, baby.
What?
Free. Yeah, baby.
What?
Yeah, boy.
What was the other online Final Fantasy? 11?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. That's a deep cut.
Did you ever play Final Fantasy 11?
No, I was playing World of Warcraft at the time.
That's fair. Most people were.
Yeah, but now we don't. Fuck Blizzard. Fuck Blizzard. And fuck Blizzard.
Yeah.
Treat your people better.
Yeah.
That's fucking not cool. Also,
and you know what?
Make games.
I was going to say, you know what? I bet if they treated their people better, they would make games.
They don't make games.
They did Overwatch.
I loved Overwatch, and then they killed it. They killed it so hard. It's so sad. We're supposed to just keep getting more characters for Overwatch. And we're going to get Overwatch 2. And that's in production hell. They don't make anything for that game anymore.
Yeah.
It's a dead game with loot boxes. It's a loot box farmer.
That's
It's
sad.
It's a mobile game.
And only by choice too, because they won't just pay the people what they need to make the stuff that they won't treat them nice. I get it.
No. Fuck Blizzard. Fuck you.
I need to try, because I played a little bit of Final Fantasy 11, and I want to see. I'm sure that it's come a long fucking way.
Oh yeah, absolutely it has.
And now I'm really interested in this, which maybe I'll get it. I want to get.
You also only need one character in that game because instead of like making multiple characters for different classes, your character just switches classes when he wants to. So you don't have to like log out, log in, build different stuff, have different inventories. You have one inventory for the one character you have, who can just switch his class.
And then when you switch class, you get all the benefits of that in a different like level. That
yeah, you level up classes differently.
Okay.
I have a level 90 white mage and a paladin, but I also have only a level 49 black mage.
That's kind of nice. That's
super nice.
I've never really heard of somebody doing that. Is that their thing?
It's pretty unique to them. It's pretty unique. The job system's awesome.
Well, that was not a game that came out this year, but the expansion.
The expansion
is your game of the year.
Game of the year.
You know what?
Listen, Walker.
You know what? Your game of the year could have been fucking Brain Age. How to Train Your Brain in Minutes a Day.
My game of the year is so popular that people can't buy it right now. So
your game of the year did not have to come out this year. It had to be your game of the year anyway. So you can just say Final Fantasy. No, that's true. That's true. No, the expansion counts. Let me tell you what my game of the year is. No, I'm not going to say that it's like
Super Mario 64.
Yeah. No, it's motherfucking new Pokemon Snap is my absolute favorite
did that come out
game
this year?
of the year. Yeah, it did earlier. It was in like
April.
Dude,
fuck yeah.
Pokemon Snap was so fun. It was so fun. I don't know. Did you play the original Pokemon Snap?
Of course I did. So I'm
sure that lends a little bit to the experience of new Pokemon Snap. Yeah. But they nailed it, dude. They fucking nailed it. Like every mechanic in that game functions exactly how you want it to. It improves on the first one in like every way possible. Every single level is like this beautiful, lush, fucking Garden of Eden Pokemon world that you get to wander through, and it doesn't stop. It doesn't let up. Like in the original Pokemon Snap, there's like 6 levels or whatever, and when I was a kid, I played that a million times, and I still pick it up like once every couple of years because I'm like, oh, it's Pokemon Snap. It's gonna be fun to go through the game again. But this game just keeps going. They're like, oh, and then you got to go underwater 3 different times, and then you got to go to a friggin' volcano, and then you got to go to the jungle, and just the amount of content that was in it surprised me. There are a lot of little challenges that you can do, so like your level of engagement with it can vary based on your like interest in it also, which is something that I feel like as a real fucking casual that I really appreciate in a game. It's satisfying no matter how into it you get. I just love that game, and they did DLC for it. So then later on, I was like, oh shit, there's new levels with new Pokemon.
That's cool.
It's just my kind of game, man.
That's fucking cool. No, it's a pretty game. I like how they stopped, like you can't hurt Pokemon anymore.
Like chucking shit at them?
That. Yeah. Somebody complained about that.
Well, because in the first one, they're like, here are these balls of poison that you can just chuck in their faces and then breathe in the general direction. So the
pester balls were not poison.
I'm pretty sure they were
pester.
What the fuck? They were. It was purple smoke that they would cough on. They'd be like, please.
And you could throw an apple at them too, and they'd be like, ah.
Yeah, you'd hit them in the face. You can still annoy them with the apples.
Fair.
But the secondary one is like a magic fucking ball of light that activates diamonds across the level.
Sure.
Which by the way is another thing in that game that just adds so many things that you can do, because you can go through the level and you can see all the pretty Pokemon, or you can try to figure out how to hit these diamonds so that the Quagsire does a little dance before you get to them. And I'll tell you what, some of those challenges are batshit insane, dude.
Okay.
There are there are things. I remember there was one that I ended up having to look up because I just could not figure out how to do it. And I think that the process in order to get the picture, like the 4-star picture of this purloin, I think it was that you had to like hit 3 different cats in a specific order at a specific time that then triggered one of them to drop down from a tree, and it rolled something across and you had to like hit that next. It was insane. The amount of detail in that game.
At the end of the day, it's also a rail shooter, so.
It is. It's a pleasant, and that's something that I appreciate too. I like a good rail shooter, and I like even more a rail shooter where you just take pictures of cute animals.
That's fair.
If I could get just actually, I think somebody like an independent developer made like a Pokemon Snap clone where you take pictures of other little monsters.
Oh, cool.
And I'd like to check that out also. But that's my game of the year, dude. New Pokemon Snap all the way. Yeah. Every second of that game. I was like,
Nice. Can I add another runner-up? Just because
No, we can add runners-up all day.
Brilliant Diamond.
Oh, I haven't played that yet. Actually, that's on my schedule today. Is that Yannicka and I got both versions for Christmas.
Oh.
And we're gonna start playing them.
Yeah.
They were good though?
Yeah, of course they were. They were great. They're fun.
I've heard mixed things, I guess, but I mean,
it's a new Pokemon game, but the graphics are chibi. Fuck off.
I know. That's
off.
I guess one of the bigger complaints that I've heard, and I think that that's silly, because really, I mean, you're not. What could they have done it differently?
Pokemon.
Sure. Yeah, exactly.
You fucking kids.
Yeah.
Like, kids don't care. Why did you? It's a goddamn Pokemon game. It's a remake of one of my favorite Pokemon games. I loved Diamond, Pearl. I loved Platinum. I loved Platinum a lot.
Platinum was good.
And it's still fun, with updated fucking 3D, Pokemon. It's good. You're not a chibi when you're battling. So, like, fuck it. It's literally a Pokemon game. Fire Red, you're a chibi, and then you're a sprite when you're battling. It doesn't fucking matter. I don't understand people's hang-ups. I don't get it.
No, I mean, I feel like the thing is that you could do that all day for most things and be like, well, I wanted a completely different thing to happen.
Yeah.
Like, that's basically what it is.
You're letting your expectations of what you wanted, like, stop you from enjoying the thing.
Yeah. And would it be cool if they did, like, some high graphics fucking Pokemon exploration game? Yeah, but that's not what Diamond ever was anyway. So I'm excited to play it too. I'm glad to hear that you like it.
I remember when Sword and Shield came out, and I had a bunch of people who were like, man, but they didn't put all of the Pokemon in the game. They only put a few. And I'm like, motherfucker, I played that game. They didn't put a few Pokemon. There's a shit ton of Pokemon in this game. In the first area you walk into, like the first open world area, I think there's like 35 to 40 different species of Pokemon.
Ooh.
In that area alone.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
I'm running around like, I see a new Pokemon everywhere. I don't have enough balls for this. I was not prepared. I didn't even fight the first gym. I went around just trying to catch everything I could see. Which is what you want to do in a Pokemon game where you gotta catch them all.
Yeah, I think people got on the grind too much with Pokemon. There's a desire to just stay in that first zone until you've caught every Pokemon, which is not necessarily the way that they intended you to do that.
No, they did. I feel like they definitely did.
I don't know if Pokemon has evolved.
Their tagline is "Gotta catch 'em all," Eric.
I mean, I know, but like to
you gotta catch 'em all.
To like just go to that and like people just grind. They're like, do this area, do this next one, do that. I think they sort of intend you. They plan on you coming back to that area a bunch. And
fishing
those Pokemon, but
for sure.
But but I think that people sort of get in the habit of being like, we just have to annihilate this first, like, deforest the entire area.
That is a gamer thing, though.
I know.
I finish all the side quests before I move forward.
Yeah,
That's how I always have been.
Yeah, and I mean, I have a tendency to do that in Pokemon games too, but I found that the answer for me to just enjoying Pokemon, because they're not going to cater to that kind of gameplay clearly, is to just go to the first gym. To just go to the first gym and then come back to that area. But yeah, I mean, Sword and Shield was good. They were fine. It was adequate. I'm looking forward to Diamond and Pearl also. I guess before we wrap up, I will give you one more runner-up as well very quickly. It came out in 2020, but Spider-Man Miles Morales, dude.
Bro! That's a good game.
Fucking webs and hooks, man. Webs and hooks.
That one had music, though. That one had a fucking music player, which is... so good. So good.
It's the kind of game where that Spider-Man mechanic, I mean, I got all the DLC. I think actually I didn't get the last one, but I played a bunch of the DLC for the first one. I played the New Game Plus. Now I'm going to do the New Game Plus on Miles.
It would be a terrible miss, but was What's Up Danger in that fucking track list? It better have been.
I don't know. Wait, what's up Danger?
What Up Danger? No? If you didn't from the movie Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
No, the only song I remember from Into the Spider-Verse is the one that goes... Oh, yeah.
Sunflower, and I'll never do too much.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Spider-Man Spider-Verse 2, Enter the Spider-Hole very much.
I know, that's not what it's called. Still not what it's called.
I think it is. I think it is.
Well then.
Alright, well, so... I'm going to go...
Saying Games of the Years. Go play Pokemon, dude.
Go play various Pokemon games and various Final Fantasy expansions.
Do it. Hey, you there. You watching at home.
You heard
Happy New Year.
our casual recommendations.
Casual recommendations. Did you know you can't play Final Fantasy 14 right now?
Yeah, actually, don't do that because you'll ruin it for Joe. If you find a way in there.
If you find a way in, that'd be great. I welcome more people to play with. Have a good New Year. It's 2022. It means nothing. Passage of time is meaningless. But you know what? Maybe it will be a better year. Who knows?
Yeah, I guess maybe. We'll see. Good year already, you know. Spider-Man.
Betty White died.
Betty White died last year.
You know what?
Yeah. That's such an arbitrary fucking... Betty White was 100, dude. Betty White can die all she wants.
She was 2.5 weeks away, man.
I know. I love that it's on like the newsstands, all these things. There's like a movie coming out about her 100th birthday. What the fuck? Anyway, Happy New Year, everyone. Go play our Games of the Year, sponsored by Square and Nintendo.
Fuck, really though, huh?
Yeah. Now, we'll see you next week.
Goodbye, everybody. I already stopped recording when you waved. Sorry.